Welcome to P3 Radio.
The monkey only dances as good as the guy grinding the organ handle.
Brother.
I fly, bro. That is never stopping.
Truck goes to Dwayne.
Cool story, bro.
Footy pajamas.
Hey, genius, it's 2 p.m. Central.
PG3 Radio.
Here's your host, Josh Riley,
Get him off pig, Freddy. Get him off pig.
Richard Mullican.
And as I put you down, my pants ripped.
It's showtime! It's showtime! It's showtime!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of P3 Radio. I'm apparently prepared, and I am Richard Mullican, your host, alongside my co-host, the man of constant sorrow, and best friend, Josh Broadley. Say, hey, Josh.
Ooh, I don't like being labeled that because, like I said, that fucked up song was the cancer of year 2000. I hated that shit, and I wish them master tapes would have been burnt to the ground where I can never hear that shit ever again. How you doing, man?
Doing pretty good, man. Special episode here. We decided to do a 2 for Tuesday, even though it's Sunday, and this comes out on a Monday. And we had so much crap
Hell,
to talk
it
about.
comes out on Saturdays sometimes.
I mean, yeah.
Sunday at noon, whenever.
We're going to do 2 episodes this week because Josh, and this one might not be as long as the last one. So we're going to preface by saying this might only be a 30, 40-minute episode. Maybe. Might only be 10 minutes. Who knows?
You never know.
Might be 2.5 damn hours long. Who knows?
Depends on how much whiskey you drink, I guess.
What are you talking about?
That's what I tell the wife. So it could be 2 hours. Could be 10 minutes.
Just depends.
You spin.
It goes when it wants to go. You'll know when it's done because it'll spit at you. Anyways, episode 139. Episode 139 released a week early here. Don't worry, we will do an episode next week. But we are still in the quarantine stage, Josh. And we thought we'd give everybody an extra little bit of content here. Another episode out early. Some bonus content? Some bonus content, if you will.
We're going to start acting all weird and saying weird words and slurring and stuff this week again. So,
Hold on. I got to hit myself with this.
This asshole fuck these words up, man. I mean, he's got words that he don't even need.
Yeah, and by the end of it, we'll be doing this.
I don't even want to hear. Hey, whatever you have to do, you do the motherfucking shit. The motherfucker, hey!
Episode 139, Josh. Like I said, a bonus episode. We probably will start slurring everything. It's better than we used to do the episodes. The way we used to do them was like, just talk about some shit for 2 hours. We'll piece it together. Yeah. And then you'd have us talking coherently. And then it's like, we'll be right back after this break. And then we'd come back and it'd be like, you fucking A.
happens to the best of us.
Yeah, it was
man.
good times.
But
man.
that's what you get whenever you because you're not in the same mind frame all the time, and it shows.
Yeah,
it definitely shows. But
have we talked about dicks yet?
I tell you what, man, we had a bit of scariness last night.
We did.
I got really fucking freaked out because it just came out of nowhere.
It did.
And it was
we were
it literally went from because here in the South we live in Tornado Alley.
Yeah, pretty much now.
I mean, we're right next door. We get more than some of the
this close to training tigers.
Yes, oof, super close. But I tell you what, man, a tornado watch in the South isn't necessarily a tornado watch to other people like that get them once or twice a year.
Yeah.
Tornado watch just means it's going to get bad tonight.
Yeah.
And I'll just watch the weather and maybe it won't develop into something nasty. And brother, it developed into something nasty like super quick. It went from just being a watch to a tornado warning in like 10 minutes.
And here's the thing, like we got word that there was a tornado watch yesterday afternoon. And, like you said, watches are like, there's a wolf, because we get like probably baker's dozen of them, every spring. So we don't really look into them. But
I would dare say every day in August is a tornado watch.
And like March and April when the season's starting to change. Anytime the seasons are starting to change over to fall or it's starting to get warm, we get them.
what is your go-to whenever you hear those tornado sirens? What happens? Does your butthole clench up real tight and then you get to like gathering the family? Or are you one of them fucking old school, hell, I'm going to sit down on the couch?
I used to be a lot more get in somewhere safe right now. And as I've gotten older, I'm like, well, this is a big damn county. You know what I mean? Let me check and see where it's at. For some reason here lately, it's been go to the front porch, see if you see anything.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying last night it went from 0 to 10 in 10 minutes, and they literally started specifically, Bemis, you know, you're in the path, and we had, you got 20 minutes
what channel
to prepare.
was that on? Was that
Channel 7.
Yeah, I don't watch Channel 7. I watch WMC 5 out of Memphis. That's been my go-to, and I wasn't blowing smoke up Dave Brown's ass when I told him that, you know. Channel 5 is my go-to.
Well, you know, Channel 5 still had a tornado warning for us, and
they
said
did.
it was still coming towards
but it didn't have it pointed
Bemis.
towards us. Channel 5 said it was going to go towards McKellar Sipes in Denmark and Mercer. So that was why I was like, and here's the other thing Channel 5 did. Channel 5 went back to normal broadcasting a good 5 minutes before the tornado sirens went off here. Like, stopped going off.
I would be afraid, man. These Memphis motherfuckers don't know what they're doing. They're not here.
Yeah. No, I mean, they even took the warning off the screen before, like, so I trust Memphis. I trust WMC5's
You
news.
trust Memphis, do you?
Not Memphis as
You
a
just
city.
drive around with the doors
Put
unlocked.
on my blue suede shoes.
Leave them
and I
windows down while you
boarded the
drive.
plane. Got shot at by about 30,000 people in the middle of the pouring rain. No, there was a funny meme saying that this disease has actually saved more lives in Memphis.
It has. It really.
Like,
somebody posted a graph
statistically.
and they said the crime rate has went down in Memphis this past week.
Oh,
Imagine
man.
that shit.
Oh,
But
man.
whenever you take, you know, people off of the streets and you say, guess what? You can't come out
There's
here
nothing
anymore.
open anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't go to the store. You can't blah, blah, blah. I guess people are just sitting inside yanking the pud.
But you know,
Well,
we'll get back to the tornado thing. But I'll say this, man. You can tell that this is starting to fizzle out from a social like panic, because back like last week when I pulled up my Facebook, it was just nothing but virus. Virus. Like 99.99999% was just virus.
Yes, we all know.
And then this week, for some reason, in the past 2 days, it flipped.
It's been Tiger King memes.
It's been Tiger King memes. There's been this damn influx of like, since I'm quarantined to the house, I guess I'll tell y'all about everything I could use as a possible password. My favorite color is blue. My old locker combination was 13419. Like, they go into all this stuff like surveys and then impossible trick math questions. Like, they'll show you a little boy and a shoe, and then they'll say equals 15. So you got to deduct that the little boy is worth 10 and the shoe is worth 5. And then they show you all this shit, and then it's like a trick
What
question.
kind of jackass math is
It's
that?
well, at the end is like this trick question because the little boy's wearing the shoes, but it looks like the little boy is just standing there. But if you just barely look, he's wearing the shoes, so it counts as 10. So it throws your math problem off, and if you get it wrong, yeah,
I'll just play fucking Champions on my game on my phone.
on your game.
Fuck.
But yeah, I mean, so
Doing
that's
schoolwork when you're not in school.
so you can tell that the flip is starting to come. Like, more people are going to start getting out now that the weather's getting good too, like hot. There was people at the fucking park the other day. I'm like, how are the parks still open? Nobody's wiping this shit down with Lysol wipes.
Nope. But I guess as long as they're 6 feet apart, you really can't do anything.
Still touching stuff. You're still on the swings.
I
You're
don't
still
know
on the
what to
monkey
tell
bars.
you. Write to your local congressman, motherfucker. I don't know.
Man of constant sorrow, Josh Brawley.
Well, you're like, why should they? You go up there and tell them to get the fuck out then.
I thought about rolling them. Hey, you asshole shouldn't be here.
I'm,
Go
gonna
on now,
shame
get.
your I'm shaming your ass till you walk away.
Wish
Fuck
wish you cared about your kids like you do about that Big Mac, you fat ass. They were eating McDonald's, and
Dude,
they were Tubby.
I seen 3 sheriffs pulled over. I thought we were driving back from one of the 4 grocery stores we went to yesterday. Because it's like a goddamn
Yeah,
scavenger
get out there.
hunt.
Yeah,
It's
you
a
have
fucking
to.
scavenger hunt to find specific products. That is what has affected me the most. is
Yeah.
Dumbasses you rich fucking prick asshole pieces of shit buying up all the goddamn ramen noodles and fucking Chef Boyardee stuff.
That's the first time I've ever heard that sentence said. You rich asshole pieces
Well,
of shit.
here's the
buying
thing.
up all the ramen noodles.
They did. That's what happened.
You bought everything in the store for $7.50.
But you could see how cheap rich people are because anything carb smart that costs like $5 fucking before, oh, you can get it. The motherfuckers that are like vegans and carb friendly people and all that, their life has not changed.
Yeah.
Their products are readily available. But like I said, my son's autistic, man. He only eats certain things, and dude. It's not, well, I bet he won't fucking, I mean, he gets hungry. Don't work that way.
So I feel like this is an argument you've had with your dad.
No.
You actually did the, if he gets hungry.
No, that's my voice for anybody, any
yeah.
asshole like that. I just mimic my dad.
Yeah.
You know, the first asshole I ever knew.
I have been very, fascinated by the amount of ribs I've been able to find. Like, there are ribs all over
I
this
know,
place.
because, hell, you can't find shit in the store to start counting your ribs.
No. I couldn't find those ribs.
Yeah, you ain't found them ribs since fucking, 2 years old.
No, I was able to find them back when I lost a lot of weight, but right now it's like, woo. If you were pull a gun on me,
You packing them ribs.
That was the only thing good about this quarantine. It's like I haven't went to the gym in 2 weeks. It's like,
oh, that's great.
And I was already fat. But now it's like the good Lord saw it and was like, well, Richard's fat, and I don't want him to feel left out and secluded, so I'm gonna make everybody fat. Close those gyms. So, but no. Getting back to the tornadoes,
our buddy BT.
That was what I was gonna say.
My God,
that was the reason why I thought, all right. So yesterday, I have found a new love for driving because gas is super cheap right now. And my wife said, hey, I want some food. I don't want to cook. I'm done cooking. Can you go grab some food? And I was like, yeah, sure. So had to find a place that was open, do the curbside delivery. And dude, I had such
because McDonald's, that doesn't work.
I didn't want
we gotta
McDonald's.
Have Rafferty's.
I didn't want fast food again. I've had Taco Bell till my asshole's about to fall out, Josh.
I bet it's at least about to burn up.
It is. I've almost shit my pants a couple of times. I've got to have some real nutrition. So we went to Cheddar's, and you never been to Cheddar's? You're giving me this look. Okay, you don't like it?
It's like the Dollar Tree of fucking restaurants.
They've closed Logan's here, by the way.
I know, dude, and
I'm so bummed.
I shed a tear because I was extremely plugged into Logan's. Man.
Yeah, I was too.
The steak, it's one of the that and Old Hickory Steakhouse was the best steaks for me.
Yeah.
You know, and now dude, 2 out of my 3 kids every birthday, they choose Logan's to go to because that's where they want to go and fucking celebrate. Now,
was it nationally closed or
they filed bankruptcy a few years ago.
Damn.
But the bastards that owned it were from Nashville, so they still had some opened
local,
up and
like Western Sizzlins when you run into
them. Right. So now, I mean, unless you're literally in Nashville, I don't even know if they're going to keep those open.
Wow.
But
and I don't like Texas Roadhouse.
I do, but I don't like it as much as Logan's or Longhorn or something like that.
I just don't like their sweet ass butter.
I don't like
want dessert before I'm about to eat dinner or lunch.
I don't like the atmosphere.
Yeah, I don't
because all those motherfuckers walking around and getting by your table singing and shit. It was like, dude, I'm trying to eat. I'm trying to enjoy this evening with my wife. I don't want you screaming fucking boot scoot and boogie and shit beside me.
Logan's was my go-to too. I like that place better than. I loved Chili's until I couldn't get a good, decent freaking customer service experience. You'd go to the bar and sit, and people would look at you like, "What do you want?" I want to eat, fucker. Bring me a menu.
I want food and drink, motherfucker.
But so getting back to it, yesterday I was driving and I was like, man, I just let's be honest. There's no real cops out. Nobody's pulling you over during this quarantine.
What, we just got security guards out here now?
It's martial law.
Now, I was told that they were...
It's lax.
They said that they didn't want anybody to arrest anything under a felony or something.
Yeah,
I mean...
It's lax. I mean, you're not going to go out there and just break the law because if you do, you're still going to go to jail. And you don't
they might not keep you.
Yeah, I mean, you're still going to have problems out of this. But, yeah, I mean... So I've been going a little bit faster than the speed limit, and with the windows down because the weather, man, it's just been awesome to roll the window down, let the wind blow through my hair, that one hair, my beard hair. But no, dude, just rolling the windows down. I was just like loving driving yesterday because the roads are empty. or there's only a few people on there, and they're
I
all
was
going.
gonna say
Just,
you didn't come out at the right time, but it was packed everywhere at the stores. Fucking everybody was driving out north, man. It was awful.
but I was driving, and then before I left, I heard that we were under a watch. I'm like, okay, watch. But when I got home, I was told, "Did you hear there was a tornado in Jonesboro?"
2, brother. 2.
And I immediately thought, "What, Jones? That's where BT is."
Yeah. That's what I
So
thought.
I sent BT a message before you did because I care about him more. I just sent him a private message that just said, "Hey man, you okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, we were napping." And then like an hour later, you sent him one while I think we were under the warning by then. I think when you sent him one, we were just before the warning or right after. I can't remember.
Probably right after.
Right after. But and he said he told you the same thing. But that was when I thought, oh shit, it could get bad. And she was like, "Yeah, did you hear there was a tornado in Jonesboro an hour ago?" I was like, "Huh." And we ate dinner, and about 30 minutes later, we heard, and that's the noise that'll make your ass pucker, man.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Especially if you're from the
Well, I know
South.
your ass didn't pucker because you watched Dave Brown.
Well, that's the first thing I did was turn on Channel 5 because my wife was watching some bullshit cooking show. I was like, "Turn that off."
Thought she didn't
Turn
cook.
Well, she likes watching the cooking shows.
She likes to pretend she does.
House. No, she cooks. She didn't want to cook yesterday, but she likes watching the cooking shows, the murder shows. Like, we found the severed head in an elevator shaft, and the knife was still stuck in the skull. And I'm like, why the fuck you want to watch murder and cooking?
DNA from Hooker's cooch was found in the tongue area of the severed head.
But we were sitting there watching that. She was watching the cooking show. She also watches Housewives. You ever watch Housewives? The Real Housewives of New York.
Oh, I thought you were like shortening it like I was supposed to be a part of the group. I didn't know which one.
You don't follow them on
Desperate
Facebook?
Housewives?
No,
or-
no. They have this whole
My wife watches
reality.
that shit.
They have this. Well, she used to too, but they have this whole reality show called "The Real Housewives of Insert County" or Insert State or
I
Insert.
don't know.
It's terrible, dude.
I've seen when I had cable.
It's just
I would see shit like that.
It's
and it
just a
made me
bunch
vomit.
of women that hate each other that are rich, and it's just terrible. But anyways, she was watching that, and I flipped it over, and I'm like, "Oh, they're saying it's going towards Denmark." And so we're out on the front porch looking. It's not even raining, but everything to the northwest of us, like everything over in that area, was just dark as hell. And over our skies, we could still see the stars. But over in that area, it looked rough.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like that was, like you said, it just came out of nowhere. The only thing that really tipped me off was Jonesboro got it. Usually, whatever Jonesboro gets hit with, unless it's going purely east instead of northeast, we're not going to get hit with it. But I was still kind of under alert. But yeah, we joked that the reason why the tornado split was because your dad went out there and lion tamed the shit with his dick. Yeah, back, Nader. Yeah.
Well, what was funny, if you watched on the radar, they were saying it was a tornado warning and blah, blah, blah. And then the guy I'm watching on Channel 7, he was like, and it appears that the storm has split. And where it split, it was like it split Jackson in two,
Yeah.
pretty much. And so my old
Your
man,
dad split a lot of things into.
my old man, he just went out there and waved his wand in the air like Moses parting the sea.
His high school nickname was Log Splitter.
He waves that wand, and the damn storm parted.
He swings it like a tornado. Get, Nader! Get! Like a Zeus power.
The dick that saved Jackson. Thank you, Mr.
Was he
Ray
sleeping the
J.
2 times it hit South Jackson?
I don't know.
Oh, damn it. If I'll never let this happen again, public.
I just want everybody to know I was sleeping on the job. Yes.
You hear that music. He
Won't
gets out
happen
of bed. He unzips his pants and you hear. We come from the land of the ice and snow. And he's lassoing his dick to make a helicopter. He's flying up there punching the tornado.
Oh man. You know, I got a story about my old man, and this happened yesterday, but yesterday morning. Now,
Okay, yeah. He was resting up for the Nader fight. So
Oh, yeah.
it had to be
and
early in the
dude,
day.
you know, I've been instructed not to tell this story. Okay.
Okay, so go ahead and tell it.
You know,
If this was the pre-show, you'd already implemented me in 3 crimes. So
Hey, I do what I can.
Let's tell that real quick too. We've started filming before the show starts.
Now you didn't say nothing about filming, motherfucker.
Oh, I wouldn't have had my dick out if I didn't know that. We started pre-recording before the show starts because we found out we were missing so much stupid stuff, and now we've deleted most of it. Because every time Josh starts talking about some illegal activity that somebody has done at some point in time.
Well, I tell you what, if you wasn't doing shit you weren't supposed to, you wouldn't have to be scared.
I feel like you're going to implement yourself as that's why I dragged his ass under my crawl space and killed his ass.
Seriously, I've implemented myself in stuff I shouldn't have done on this show.
Oh, yeah, I know
I'm
you
not
have.
going to say
No,
the C word because, I mean, what is a crime, really? You know? But
just a man-made thing.
I'm not going to put it out there what has came back to bite me in the ass, but I got a fucking bill, son. And it,
Really?
Yeah. And, dude, I'm talking about over $1,000. And so...
Really?
Yeah. So I didn't respond, but it was something that...
Because I can't get you unless you forward that email.
No, here's the thing. They offered to cut the shit in half. Like if you pay this, then we're fine, you know. But if you don't, then you're gonna owe this. Like, you know what? If I don't pay, fuck you. And I threw it away because you know whatever. But yeah, saying stuff on this show has come back to bite me in the ass.
I was just writing down because I'm going to ask you this after the show. What happened? Well, I was just said what bit Josh, and when I hit the period, my whole pen exploded. It just blew up. It's like even the pen's like you can't even talk about this.
Kind of like you talking about getting a period and blowing up like your old lady on an anniversary. What? We were supposed to do all that crazy shit tonight. What the fuck? You tried to have it. I know you did. Try to have it and ruin everything. I know you've been mad at your wife at least one time for ruining the anniversary. Or you must be a Red Wings man. It doesn't matter to you, huh?
Well,
I just dive on in. I looked at you like you had dicks hanging out your ears.
I didn't know what you were talking about for a minute. I'm like, what the hell are you talking? Hey, speaking of anniversary, I've been married 15 years this week.
I'm so sorry.
15
Did you
years.
not catch on like after the first year? Ain't left yet, huh?
No, every once in a while I think about going and getting milk, but we always have milk when I'm there. I'm like, I gotta go get milk, baby. I'm sorry. It's the Mulligan way, man.
But anyways,
you were saying you're talking to your dad. Story you're not supposed to tell.
Well, we went to the store for my mother yesterday as well because that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
You're supposed to help out the seniors and shit and all that bullshit, you know.
Right.
Well, anyways, we go and get her things and we bring it back, and she tells us the story of what happened to my dad. And the whole time, excuse me, the whole time. She looked back and she's like, "Oh, make sure he's not standing out there. He'd get mad at me for telling this."
But he was a real
pussy prince.
But she told me the story, and me and my wife, my wife had to put the car in park. She was laughing so hard.
I might slip my foot off the brake and kill everybody here.
And my mom, she texted me right before I came over here, and she asked what I was doing or whatever, and I was like, "I'm fixing to go to Richard's." And dude, I've already let the cat out of the bag. You know, you tell me anything,
Yeah.
and it's funny. It's going on
So
that show.
you told her you were coming over to my house to film.
Yeah, not to film.
Jesus,
Keep
you know what I
saying
mean?
that.
Tape.
And she sends me this text message. She says she was coming by to get something. It won't be long, probably 10 minutes from now. And then she said, and absolutely do not talk about your dad falling on the show because somehow he will find out. Well, Mom, if he ain't already found out about all the shit we've said before, I feel comfortable with this.
That's some bullshit, Joshua. You talking about me falling. You know I was off balance because of that big dick. It was trying to change a light bulb and I lost my balance.
So it all starts.
Yeah.
You know what type of dude my dad is.
Yeah.
He's the guy, if you got a problem with your lawnmower or your whatever kind of...
you should fix it.
Something with a motor.
And we joked
and
about
it
this
takes
when
gas.
I was talking about getting under my house. You were like, he don't even know how to change an engine. He ain't worth a shit.
Dumb as hell. Anyways, so my dad, man, like he's got that rep where he's that guy.
Yeah.
And if you have a fucking weed eater or whatever, and it breaks down on you, you're fixing to toss it. Don't toss it. Just give it to him.
Right.
he'll have it running and weeding in his own fucking yard like a
Well,
day.
I should have known that. I gave away I threw 3 weed eaters out that didn't work.
Don't say that too loud. He would kick your ass.
Did y'all say something about me falling in a weed eater? That was thrown away.
But one of his neighbors was cleaning out their shed.
Yeah.
And they had a chainsaw and a fucking weed eater. And it didn't run. The guy, he didn't know what it was. But my dad, if he ever sees anybody with something like that, fix to take it to a pile, he'll immediately dart off the porch. Hey, what's wrong with it?
Just
If you don't want it, you don't want it. I'll take it. You know, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So somebody gifted him a non-running chainsaw
Right.
and a weed eater.
Right.
My dad, you know, you've been over to my parents' house before, I'm sure. They got that big back deck or whatever.
Yeah.
He's got a work table sitting on top of the back deck. And
I feel like he'd get more mad at you for giving away what they have in that big
they're
privacy
set up.
fence.
They're set up. Yeah.
You
telling
told everybody. I don't care if you told my fail or my dick's big. You told everybody what I had behind that privacy fence, Joshua.
That's his thoughts. I guarantee you. That's
so
what he's thinking.
so he's got the big privacy fence and the deck, and he's got a workbench.
He's got his workbench over on top of the fucking deck. That he, you know, if he's piddling with something, and he comes out in the morning time. That's what he does.
I want to throw this out here too. If ever the FBI or police are questioning me, if they just say, "We went and talked to your friend Josh," well, fucking lock me up now because he's told everything. Go ahead. What was the combination to a safe?
Look, just shut up, okay?
You want that before or after he was stealing tobacco and cigarettes?
I'm just trying to paint a picture for the
Gotcha.
story.
So, anyways, he's at the workbench.
And he, like I said, he goes out in the morning times and he'll, you know, piddle on his fucking projects, drink his coffee and shit. And
Piss off the front porch from the back porch.
My mom's just out there playing Candy Crush or something,
Right.
you know.
I like Candy Crush.
And pretty much my dad, like I said, he got it the other day. He got both of them running yesterday morning.
Yeah.
And
probably a dirty carburetor.
Oh, definitely. It was some kind of maintenance that the owner wasn't doing.
Dumbass, she didn't know how to change the oil on this thing.
Dumb motherfucker. Didn't even change the damn filter. Couldn't breathe. Hell, you ain't got a filter, you can't breathe. What your ass gonna do? You can't breathe. Hell.
You gonna die like this thing did.
Right.
Can't bring your ass to life by changing your filter, though.
I would swear by what you're saying, you've been at that fence before.
I'm trying to listen in and get audio footage so we can get it on our show.
Right. So, anyways, man, you know how it is in the morning time.
Yeah.
What is famous for? I mean, what is the morning time famous for, Richard?
Morning wood.
I knew you'd say that.
And he had to fix his roof, didn't he?
No.
Damn it. Josh, get over here. We got to patch roof again.
What'd you say the morning time's famous for, Richard?
Morning wood.
Morning dew, correct.
Oh, dew.
Morning dew. That is what I was hoping you'd say.
Yeah.
Because the morning dew was the goddamn culprit of this fall. So, anyways, you know, a deck made out of wood usually.
Right.
When you get that morning dew mixing on that wood, buddy,
With some tree sap.
it might as well be goddamn Dawn dish liquid
Yeah.
sprayed out there on them steps.
Definitely.
My dad, he has already got the chainsaw and the weed eater working, and he's like, well, I'm going to put them back in the shed or whatever.
Right.
He grabs them up, and he's walking down the deck steps. And my mom says, you know, she's watching him the whole time. And she says, he got about halfway down, and then he just gave up. Said literally, the arms throw to the side. Mind you, he has a chainsaw in one hand.
Is it running?
No.
Oh, okay.
But it's still got the blade and all that shit on it.
Yeah.
He's got a chainsaw in one hand and a fucking weed eater in the other. And he might as well be on a goddamn ice ring.
Right.
And she said, he was wearing them shoes I got him off Wish. Them plastic croc type things.
Your mom's a wish.
Yeah. She got him some fake
Ronnie, put on your dickhead.
she got him. She
Make
got
it
him.
look like you're a double-headed dildo that's
It's like-
16 feet long.
It's like they're not crocs, they're
Yeah.
alligators. So
Yeah.
he's slick
I
as
like alligator shoes.
dude. I'm talking about slicker than a wax
Yeah.
floor on the bottom.
Because they're probably 90% made out of Dawn.
yes. It's just a
have
plastic.
We have learned an ancient wish secret to make shoes out of dish soap.
It's like one step up from jail shoes. you
Yeah.
know? You know? And
Hell, Frida, these are just paper.
so
The bottom's just sandpaper. Look at them.
So he's going down the stairs, and dude, them damn them Wish buddies, they just slip right out from under him.
Wish buddies.
Yeah, and dude, it was so.
I bet he
funny.
wishes he would have had a better shoe on.
Yeah, I guarantee he does. My mom said, dude, when he started to fall, it was like instinct.
Right.
She said he started cradling that chainsaw and that weed eater like it was a baby. He said when he fell, he just fell straight back, and he was cradling them. And he fell straight back, so boom, there's back, head, all that, just all up into the steps. She said he just slid down, boom, 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 like that, fell out into the yard. And she said immediately, and I think this is where I get my fucked up sense of humor, and you may be this way too, but she said, I don't care who it is. You could fall, you could point to me, point to my wife, whatever. She said, I don't care who it is. If I see somebody fall, I'm gonna laugh.
Yeah, she laughed at me for falling out of her car one time.
Yeah.
I skinned my elbow and shit.
And she was just laughing.
Yeah.
But she said she starts laughing for maybe like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And she said she said she had to laugh, and then she asked my dad, "Are you okay?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." She said he jumped up like he fell on lava or something.
Yeah.
Like he was up, quick.
Like those people that used to fight Mike Tyson get knocked out.
Yeah.
As soon as they touch the mat, they jump up.
They're so damn drunk, they just pop right up,
like a crackhead.
Yeah, on autopilot.
Yeah.
Dude. And my mom said, I don't know why, but immediately after I asked him, was he okay, I just started a bawling. And dude, think about who just fell.
Yeah.
Okay? And then also think about everything that just happened. He just made the save on the damn chainsaw and the weed eater.
Yeah.
And my mom's just sitting there fucking crying her eyes out.
Can you imagine if no one had seen him fall, and then like Lassie, your dad's dick had to go find help? What's that, boy? Ronnie fell in the backyard.
Sniffing around like one of them things from Tremors. But dude, knowing what kind of dude my dad is, what do you think he did when my mom started crying?
Oh, hell, Frida, what are you crying for?
She said, he literally said, all right, now, goddammit, you go start that crying. You better go on in the house. And I said, what'd you do? I went in the house, and then I laughed my ass off.
Would have been a change of pace if he would have started crying. Don't you start there. You're going to make me cry.
No, I promise you that won't happen. He don't say sorry. He says, well,
guess you shouldn't have done that.
Right. My God. But yeah, if any of you people out there do know my parents, don't say that shit around them.
Yeah, don't be like Josh under mild interrogation.
No.
Don't just offer this up.
I'm just saying it for the laughs. If
Yeah.
it would incriminate somebody,
I'd tell it like a little bit harder to tell, but I'd still tell it.
maybe for like 50 bucks.
Oh man, but Josh, we've talked about it for a while now, and everybody's stuck in the house, and you just know it's going to be sometime soon. They're going to close down those liquor stores. And if you live in a dry county, or you live in an area where it's hard to get certain things that you need, worried about going into detox.
Don't go to a hospital.
Don't go to our friends at Wine of the Month Club, the original wine club since 1972, and get 2 bottles of high quality wine each month shipped to your door. You have to go nowhere. They bring it to you every month in packaging that you would be proud of. And nice packaging. Bottles won't get broke.
It's not just some sap with a white bag. Hey, got your wine.
Yeah, it's not Ziploc bags of questionable liquor. It's high quality wine. Every month shipped to you. It's Netflix for winos. Josh, could you think of a better deal than this?
No, not in these times of confinement. And you're right. It is looking like that liquor stores are going to get shut down because they have a certain trend in the north. If it happens there, then it's going to happen here. I think up north they've started to shut down liquor stores in certain areas. So if you are affected by this type of behavior and you are just on your fucking seat's edge to bashing one of your significant others in the head because you were in a drunken not a drunken. You're wanting to be in a drunken state to get rid of all these
Sober
fucking
rage.
thoughts.
Sober
You're in a
rage.
sober rage. Then you need to go to tinyurl.com/p3wine. Get hooked up with the Wine of the Month Club. Get your fix, and you and the old lady will be fucking gravy.
Don't let the closing of liquor stores have you to resort to sniffing airplane glue and calling somebody for black tar heroin. Do this the right way. Go to tinyurl.com/p3wine and go to the Wine of the Month Club, the original wine club since 1972, and tell them P3 Radio sent you. Wine of the Month Club. P3 Radio / no. Almost perfect. Damn it. tinyurl.com/P3 Radio. tinyurl.com/P3 Radio, the Wine of the Month Club. Got a little Green Day She.
Richard, I just want to remind everyone, the website is tinyurl.com/p3wine.
That's what I said.
You said radio.
Oh,
Don't go there. You won't buy shit.
we were so close to having a perfect read. So we were just talking about how much we liked this song. But since it is the song set called She, Josh, by Green Day, we'll talk about how she, your celebrity crush, turned 50 this week. We're talking about Mariah Carey.
That was my celebrity crush when I was like 15 years old, Richard.
Now that she's 50, she's probably like
Oh,
your
yeah.
celebrity need.
She's in my crosshairs again.
She's made the list. Isn't it the most ridiculous thing ever that people have the list? Have you ever heard about the list?
What are you talking about?
Okay, so like there's this thing that it's been around for a long time that married couples have a list. And it's like a top 5, top 3 celebrities, people that you would put on it would be the one that your significant other, like your wife would give you a pass if you had a chance.
Did you just see a movie and you think this is
No.
real?
I mean, that's everybody
got a
knows.
list?
Everybody knows about the list.
Do you
They
have
actually
one?
did a Friends episode on it too.
Oh my god.
But I mean, that's how long it's been around. But everybody has a list. That's why I said she made the list. Like your top 3, if you ever had a shot. I mean, it's funny because it's not supposed
Hey, we all
to
got
happen.
we all got our mental list.
Yeah.
But you're saying like
Damn it! I didn't mean to fade that out that hard.
that wasn't a fade, that was a drop.
I was fading and it just stopped. Anyways, yeah, everybody has a list.
I keep asking you, do you have one?
I don't have one written down.
Then everybody don't.
But I mean, you would.
I've got in my head.
Yeah, I mean,
of-
it's
yeah,
not an
if
actual.
she ever offered that cooter, sorry, baby. but
It's
I'm
not
taking
a.
that
It's not
cooter.
an on paper thing. I mean, you actually talked about it when you said you and your high school girlfriend. I think you said this one time. I don't know if this was on air or off air. Your high school girlfriend asked you, "Would you have sex with Mariah Carey?" I think this is what you said,
Yeah.
and you were like, you had to tell her no until she said, "Ask you in a certain way." Was that what it was?
She just made me swear like on our lives or something. I was like, well, I would bang her. What do you expect me to say?
Did that cause an issue? I can't imagine.
For a time. it
Yeah.
did.
I was just messing.
Still hit it though.
But yeah, I mean, so that was the thing. There's actually Jeff Foxworthy. Maybe was it Jeff Foxworthy? Somebody was talking about this list, a comedian, and said that he had wrote down like Megan Fox and all these celebrities, and his wife wrote Joe the Gardener. He's like, no, the part of the list is supposed to be unattainable.
Right.
But I don't know, man. You know, for the long time, Pamela Anderson, I think, would still be on that list, even though she looks.
Oh, no.
You don't think so?
It'd have too much medication involved afterwards.
I don't know. It's just for the history. You know what I mean?
Look, I mean, I know there's a cure now, but dude, I ain't getting Hep C for nobody.
Hep C. But I mean, in a perfect world, I mean,
Like if she didn't have it, then what?
but I love how you're like, no, I ain't getting Hep C. Fuck her.
I wouldn't.
But I'm sitting here going, in a perfect world, like you ain't gonna have a shot with Pamela Anderson right now, even if she does have Hep C.
I don't know, dude. She's like looking like fucking
I guess
Skeletor.
The last time I really saw her was on the Pamela Anderson roast.
Last time I saw her was trying to help Julian Assange or whatever get out of that embassy.
Oh.
It's like she went and visited him,
Well,
and then they
who's your-
raided it 2 days later.
Who's your
Kind of weird, huh?
Who's your go-to now? I imagine like you would probably love that Real Housewives show because it's just a bunch of 50-year-old women.
Nah. My go-to is
Yeah.
just porn stars.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
they're attainable.
I guess, yeah. Maybe too obtainable. You know.
No, that's what turns me on. I see what I'm getting.
I can get there.
You know, you stick your head up a butcher's ass, you can see what he's chopping up for sale, right? Something like that.
Oh man. Hey, I wanted to bring this up, dude. We got a text message on our text line here. I'll let you read it, but one of our good friends wrote in after our last show.
It says, thanks for the shout out in 136, Richard Lee and Joshua. I will go to my grave never having shat my pants. That man, you're already lying to us.
Yeah.
Because you done shit them britches.
Yeah, we know that
At least one time. At least once. But thanks for your concern. And I got Chicago for the mid-show music. Jackpot. Yeah, I do like that one Chicago song.
Yeah.
And it says, ready to jump on whenever geniusness. Much love, Lance. That was Mr. Lance Levine.
Is it Levine or Levine?
Levine.
Levine.
Just
Levine?
busting balls before.
Yeah, I know, just messing. But yeah, Lance, we got to have him on, especially in these uncertain times when everybody. That's something I've been telling my wife. Every time she asks me to do something, I'm like, these are uncertain times, baby. I can't be doing the dishes.
Right. I don't know if we got tomorrow.
Yeah, these are uncertain
I do
times.
not want to waste my time.
It ain't
doing
going to
dishes.
suck itself. These are uncertain times, but I'm pretty sure that ain't going to happen. No, I'm just joking.
Can you give me an apocalypse hand job, baby? I won't even try to stick it in. Just get that venom out of there.
I won't be thinking clearly. But yeah, we're happy to hear from Lance, and we definitely got to have him on, man. We got to make that happen. We got him and Dwayne. We got to get on this show. Definitely got to happen.
I don't think it's going to be a problem. We just got to click
Either
up
way,
times.
that's the thing. It's trying to find the right time to get everybody on board and get everybody going. But yeah, I just thought it was funny that everybody has a list, maybe not an actual list, but everybody's got a few celebrities. And now, if we're being honest, it would cause problems in a marriage. But, your wife probably has a list. Is Jason Momoa on it?
I don't know. I don't really pay much attention to who she says she'd want to bang, to be honest with you. I'm sure she would, probably.
Would you fault her if she had a chance and did it?
I wouldn't fight her. I'd probably maybe give her a slap on the ass or something. Be mad, but, as long
Can't
as...
really fight her over it. I mean, if you had a shot at Mariah Carey, you'd do it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Consequences be damned.
Yeah, I mean...
If she was like, I gotta
the old saying, it's better to ask for forgiveness, right?
I gotta fuck that 30... What are you, 37? 38?
I am 37 years old.
37. I gotta fuck that 37-year-old boy from Bemis.
I've heard his show, and I've got to get a piece of it. He talks like he might could eat a cooter. And we know quality cooter eating is what all 50-year-old women need. Because they ain't getting it at home. Oh, Howie Baskin, he's not going to the salad kit with...
He ain't got the upper lip of a cooter eater.
He looks like he looks like the type of man to pay someone
Just
to eat his
underjaw.
cooter.
Just underjaw. You got to go out from the middle, not the under.
But that one filmmaker, he looked like he ate too much cooter. It talks like this. Not his bottom teeth poking out. So when I was in the cooter, kind of smelt a bit like working
We should have done
out
this for the Tiger episode.
and Cheetos.
But man, I've discovered a lot of things on this lockdown. It's one that I'm bad at folding a burrito. I don't know what magic that is.
I was going to say you could part your nut hairs, and it looks like a weatherman.
Yeah, I'm good at that. I mean,
You pretend it's Dave Brown.
Hello, this is Dave Brown with the Fire
Bemis,
Forecast.
Bemis, Tennessee, don't worry. It's going to pass right by you.
Now watch me do this while I whistle.
That's a hell of a match, wasn't it, Lance? Why do they call you Banana Nose, Lance?
Have a two-man broadcast with my dick.
That's Lance, Jerry, and this is Dave Brown. Right here. The big one's Dave Brown.
The balls are Eddie Marlin.
And Guy Coffee.
Oh man.
Guy Coffee and that fucking awful toupee.
But I'm bad at folding burritos. I don't know why. I see somebody do it and I'm blown away by it. I never can do it. Can you fold a burrito?
I don't make burritos, Richard.
I'm American, damn it. You've never tried to fold a burrito.
I'm just jackassing. Yes, I've made burritos like out of sandwiches that I wanted to eat. Throw some bacon.
Out of white bread, or are you using tortillas?
No, motherfucker. Like everything that
It
would
ain't
be
working.
on my sandwich, just in a
Yeah,
tortilla.
in a tortilla, yeah.
And then chop it up,
Yeah.
But-
Are you any good at it?
I mean, if I don't put too much, then
That's
it's
my
not
problem.
It's not that bad. But my eyes always, make it bigger. Hell, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I don't want to make two of these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You try to pop your wad on the one burrito, then you just get this big newspaper type roll of shit that's falling out on both ends.
It ain't even wrapped all the. Okay, maybe I'm not alone there. Maybe I'm just putting too much shit in my.
That's
burrito.
all it is.
Okay, but then you see them doing it like at Moe's or Chipotle.
They got big, gigantic tortillas, not them little street taco bullshits.
It's almost like they're spandex burritos because
no,
they.
more than likely they're making their tortillas.
Yeah.
Or they're getting them like the huge ones that you can't find in the store.
Right.
But the ones you get at like Walmart, that's just some bullshit.
Well, I thought about that. I was like, man, I haven't been able to fold a burrito this whole time, and I've been making burritos, but it hadn't been working out. We had a Mexican food night, and I made a burrito, and it just shit falling out and stuff. It looks bad. It's like an old person's asshole. Things were just falling out.
That's why they
It
wear
was-
the pins.
Yeah.
That's their turd catchers.
Oh man, but no, people are getting creative, and I said what I've been calling these uncertain times. People have been getting creative because you're in the house cooped up, and like I said, I like to get out and drive and everything. Well, my wife took my daughter on a bear hunt this week.
Now, you'd have to go to the Ozarks or the Smokies to even get close to a bear, I think.
Well, people have been taking their kids on these bear hunts this week because
What
I
the
guess
fuck is wrong with everybody then?
that damn Tiger King movie came out and everybody don't
Everybody
believe in
thinks they
rules.
can just get where you can't have animals like that.
Oh. So what they've been doing, and we kind of got in on it because kids can't do anything. Like they can play video games, they can stay inside. They can't. They're not supposed to go to the park unless they're fat ass burger eating motherfucking parent or guardian takes them to the park that should be closed any damn ways. But they can't do anything. So what they've started doing is neighborhoods have started putting out like stuffed animals in different places on their property.
Yeah, I know.
And it's like an Easter egg hunt, like in a movie, not an actual Easter egg. You don't go out there and take the damn bear, but people have been going by and seeing it. What do you think about that?
You make a list or something, right?
No. Well, we threw the idea of having bingo out there, and people adapted to that and started making their own cards and stuff. But people have been having ideas. So we played. My wife took my daughter out and played bear bingo, just to see who could bingo first at all the things that they saw. So I thought it was a pretty good idea. It was creative. People get creative in these times.
I mean, well, you have no choice but to get nifty because, man,
These are uncertain times.
The one thing you don't want to do is see your kids sad.
Right.
And with little kids, they buy into shit like that. But the older kids, no.
No. What would you do
No,
for older
sir.
kids?
I don't know, man. Unless they like to go for a drive in a car or they're outdoorsy,
Yeah.
which most kids really aren't outdoorsy this day and age,
Right.
because a lot of them are just so tied up into Snapchat and social
Right.
media.
A lot of them are so happy with just being indoors.
Yeah,
I tell you
because
what,
that's all they want to do anyway.
I tell you what, though, it's probably killing a lot of young teens that can't jerk off to porn. That parents are always home. I gotta go take a shower again. Fuck. It's your 7th shower today. I gotta clean it.
I think I'm like Howard Hughes.
Gotta clean it. Who's Howard Hughes?
Please don't do that.
Who's Howard Hughes?
You don't know who Howard Hughes is.
I don't know who Howard Hughes is.
Are you fucking a moron? Seriously?
I'm not fucking a moron. My wife's pretty
Howard
intelligent.
Hughes, the movie The Aviator was based off of.
Don't know who you're talking about.
Wow. The Howard Hughes, like, he was the
I love
aviator,
how you
filmmaker,
keep throwing details at me.
fucking, at the end of his life, the Mormons got a hold of his money and made him disappear.
Allegedly.
No, they did.
Alleged.
No, they did. He said, I'm with these Mormons, and they are in charge of my finances, and I'm not going broke, so I'm going to be with them. That's what he did.
Huh.
But
No.
yeah, if you get a chance, goddamn, Richard,
I love how I feel like you're wanting to say, if I was a better Googler, I'd have that up by now.
dude, no, because I don't give him much of a shit enough to try to convince you in 2 minutes who Howard Hughes is.
Oh, okay.
Howard Hughes, you'd have to have some time just to read the resume.
So is he washing his dick a lot? Is that why you made the association?
He had extreme OCD.
Oh.
But he had extreme funds. He made movies back when movies were just becoming a thing.
Right.
He started. He was. I'm talking about super in with the aviation field. I forget which company he started. It was not Pan Am, but I forget the aviation company he started.
Yeah.
But it was one of the big ones, and he eventually sold it and all this shit. And his parents were oil drillers in Texas, where they got all their money before the big oil bust back in the day. But you need to look up Howard Hughes. I feel like you're an idiot that you don't know who he is.
Well, you didn't know how to copy and paste till last week. So.
Well, your interests and my interests are totally different.
I talked about bear hunting because I wanted to get into this, Josh. This is an old story, but there was in Cleveland, Ohio, not Cleveland, Tennessee. There was a bear sighting, Josh, and this was on the news from Fox 8 News in Cleveland.
It was an adrenaline rush, and I think you could only take maybe one of those a year, but I was so pumped. I was sweating.
Sweating because a black bear was roaming through Tina Marison's backyard.
Oh, I thought the husband ram jammed her. I can only take one of them once a year.
That's the anniversary. That's the reason why
Still
we
got a little bit of that splooge on her upper lip. Look at that.
Jeez. It's like a start of a dirty Sanchez. Right there.
I'll just put a dot right there, baby.
I'm going to dot the I. Make it look like you always have a booger hanging. All right. So, what would you do if you walked out your back door and saw a bear?
Probably shit my pants.
I'm not fucking with animals like that. You know what I mean? Like all these, like last episode, we were talking about all these people in the cages with tigers. I'm like, there's a fucking tiger in there.
Right.
Like if there was an alligator anywhere near my house, I'd be like, we gotta kill this motherfucking thing.
Dude, I know I'm going off, but seriously, my daughter read me something that made everything clear about PetSmart and alligators. We were fucking Wally the Meth Gator.
Yeah.
We were just mesmerized how they were just freely walking in that PetSmart and with that alligator on that leash, right?
Yeah.
PetSmart's fucking they put out online their what's welcome in their store and what's not.
Yeah.
All it says is reptiles welcome. That's it.
That's it. Huh?
Like the only thing you can't bring in there is I guess like it tells you the list.
Could you bring a damn tiger in there?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because it's
But you could bring a cold-blooded killer.
Right, because it's just a reptile, Richard. That's all it is.
That.
But it's like that's the loophole. I never knew that, but she read it to me.
Dude, you tell me there's a snake under my house, I'm going to sleep uneasy.
Right.
You tell me there's a fucking alligator under there, I'm moving.
Right. That's why
my shit stays here.
That's why I said, fuck that. That makes no sense. They like why people are bringing alligators into PetSmart, motherfucker. God damn.
So
we got to change this.
You can imagine, help, he's got me, it's an alligator. He's dragging me under the crawl space. You're on your own, Jim Bob. Here we go.
The operator said, "What is your emergency?" And I said, "You're not going to believe this, but they're in my woods here." And she says, "There's a black bear on it."
Tina was too...
Why the bear got to be black? Come on now. Have you seen these videos where these white women are calling the cops on black people? Just for doing everyday things.
I've seen lots of videos
like that's a new thing. They call them like different things, like Kmart Karen and stuff like that. Where it's just like people are just standing outside and people call like white women calling the cops on black guys for no apparent reason at all.
No.
Anyways, go ahead.
Stunned to get a picture, but this is what the bear probably looked like, except real.
What do you see there, Josh?
I see paper.
You see a cardboard cutout of a bear. That's about 3 feet tall, and it's just sitting in the woods.
This isn't the first time the bear was spotted. Early Sunday morning right here along Miles Road, a jogger saw what they thought was a black bear, immediately called police, but when police showed up, no sign of the bear.
A few minutes later, the bear was spotted behind this home in Moreland Hills. This recreation identifies how witnesses say the bear escaped into the woods.
Okay.
What did you see?
What if you're the jackass holding this paper mache bear?
It's not. Ooh, I almost blacked out. Hold on. Ooh, I laughed too hard. I lost breath. Okay. It's not paper mache. It's a cardboard. Somebody took a box, right? A big refrigerator box. And they drew a bear on it. And then they cut it out with a box cutter because you can see the arm looks like it's about to fall off right here. That's where the crease was in the box. So he's got it by the belly and the back. This 3-foot big cardboard thing.
And he's making the wave with it.
He's doing like up and down like it's running through the woods. And you can see him in the background. Oh, hold on, I gotta see that again. The recreation.
Identifies how witnesses say the bear escaped into the woods.
And you see Todd Meany, the reporter, like definitely in plain sight.
I'm excited to hear that there's a bear in South Chagrin or the South Chagrin area.
One of those.
Every year or two.
Cleveland Metro Parks naturalist Carly Martin explains that
You
black
reckon she'd
bears
fuck
can
a
be on the
dolphin?
ground or
Look at him. He's starting to climb the tree with it.
can climb in trees. She's never seen one, but came close.
And I found bear scat, and it was right after reports.
Oh, man.
Give it a bop, 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 bop. I'm a bear. I like honey, but I'm a mama, not bop, bop, bop. Give it a bop, bop. Bear scat.
That there was a bear in the area. Scat is the good
Wait,
nature word.
I just saw something in this video.
Bullshit?
Yeah. Does that not look like an evil face right there? You see that?
A little bit.
Looks like an evil face. Anyways, go ahead.
Nature word for poop.
So we know that a bear scats in the woods, but should we be concerned?
We are not bear food.
And neither are pets, which is good news for the animals.
We're not bear food, but those things will kill us.
Yeah. Think that one wouldn't slap your face with that fucking big ass claw and just keep walking.
Even if we're not bear food.
I'm good. I'm faster than a bear.
And it just wanders through and then it's gone. You know, we'll hear.
So apparently they don't eat anything in the woods. They like to chew on bark and just be civil, very civil.
They actually eat dirt. They're just fine with humans. Everything's fine.
Oh man.
Let's see her dumbass pet a bear.
Yeah, you go pet a bear. You go pet a bear. This is an 11-year-old story though, Josh. I just got a kick out of it because the bear was a cardboard cutout and they're like bouncing it up and down like it was not a cardboard cutout. So
a reenactment.
But yeah, man, I just thought that was a good kick out of it. But you know, in these uncertain times, Josh.
Are these uncertain times?
These are very this is like man in the woods holding a bear 10 years ago, uncertain times. There's this new thing out. There's this meeting site called Zoom. A lot of colleges are using it to finish out their college courses. People are using it for business meetings. It's just a website for business meetings, and you can put 5 or 6 people on it at a time, 10, 20 people, and everybody kind of has their own little thing where they're Jesus, why does everybody want to call me right now? Anyways, they're doing all this stuff right now to where they're trying to meet online, and this gives it this gives you a way to talk and meet people. But there's been some really cool things that came out of Zoom, Josh. There was this one UT Vols meeting that they had for like a communications class where Peyton Manning just logged in and talked to everybody. Like, hey, everybody, this is Peyton Manning. I just want to tell y'all we're doing great in communications.
Let me hold $100, brother.
Yeah.
No, I can't do that.
All the women were mad. Like, Dr. Eric, some of us didn't even have makeup on. He's like, fuck you, Dr. Eric, but you know, that was a millionaire right there. But no, man. So there was this one right here that I just thought was hilarious. So there was this Zoom call where all the college students are involved, and one girl forgets that she's on camera. What are you making that face for? It looks like you're shitting your pants.
I'm listening. You're fucking selling what I'm doing. You're trying to sell a story. Go ahead. My knee's hurting.
Oh, okay.
What is that? What are you doing? Goddamn. Come on, Bird Dog.
You made a face like you were
Keep
shitting
that story
your
going.
pants.
Keep that story going, Bird
That was
Dog.
it. I was like, she forgot she was on camera, and you made a face like you were shitting your pants. I'm like,
my knee is hurting. I'm in pain. Come on, Bird Dog. Sell that story.
So here we go. This girl right here, the far left under this guy, forgets she's on camera.
Is one of the only professions that say that we can never get involved with a former client ever, regardless of how long it's been, versus some other professions say a few years or whatever. I think it really depends on just the ethical standards of the profession. And in reality, I've heard that social work kind of has very high standards and good standards in terms of things, and that oftentimes people don't.
All right, so right now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
11
10,
people,
11 people, all sitting in various walks of life. You have the professor at the top left corner, who I'm assuming is the professor, and then all of a sudden you heard that woman stutter because the one girl right here to the left forgets she's on camera, sets her laptop down, and then pulls her pants down and sits on the toilet.
Which the professor's cheesing like a mother. I've wanted this the entire semester. Just couldn't figure out how to get them cameras in the bathroom.
That's my thing.
Look at him. He's got a shit-eating grin.
Yeah. 2 or 3 of the girls are putting their... All of these classmates are girls, by the way. Did you notice that?
That one in the red toboggan's questionable.
This professor's a real...
Pussy Prince.
Old Doc Antle looking motherfucker.
Or if it was a Spanish class, he would be a real...
Coño Príncipe.
So let's see how this works out for her.
People of other professions don't have.
She finally looks over at the camera and is like, oh, shit. And she knocks the laptop over.
Yeah, hold on.
What happened?
Everyone in
the
there
bitch
is
got
laughing.
the promo doesn't know it, but everybody else notices.
Everybody, she was...
That one bitch in the top's laying on her rug like the dude or something. You see that?
Yeah. Top right corner. Everybody else, there's one woman in a car. That's the one that can't afford internet. And she's using her
She's sitting outside McDonald's.
Yeah.
I bought a small coffee. Now I get internet all day.
Real quick, let's backtrack just a little bit.
What happened?
I saw nothing.
She logs out. That's why she went. She logs out.
Well, where do you go from there?
Yeah. I quit the class.
Log back in the next day and act like nothing happened.
No, I wasn't shitting, guys. That's where I do my thinking.
Just a piss.
So the professor says, I saw nothing. Nothing I ain't going to jerk off to later. I'm a scat man.
Oh my God,
poor Jennifer.
Everybody's just shocked.
What happened?
Nothing. Keep going.
Then that one cockblazer, nothing happened. Where'd Jennifer go? What happened?
Like her career's going down the tube.
Well, you had some stuff here. You want to get into it now, or you want to do it later?
We'll just save it because it's probably pretty. It could be long.
I feel like that's something you've enticed women with. It could be long. It's your move, cowboy.
You never know.
Well, I tell you what, Josh. What could have been long and what could have been short was this episode. But we got a full hour out of it. That means 2 full hours. And if we release the pre-show footage, 2.5 or more, almost 3 hours of P3 radio this week. And we might even do a watch along this week. You never know. That's a lot of P3 radio, right? So,
Boy, is it.
But if they want more of it, or they want to get a hold of us, Josh, how do they do that?
Well, on Twitter, we are at P3 Radio, the number 1. On Facebook, put in your search bar Pop Poncho, and your ass will see our picture. And if you want to get with us, leave us a text message, voicemail, any kind of shit like that. Our phone number is 731-300-6675.
That's going to do it for us. We thank you for being a part of P3 Radio's extended version this week. Hopefully we'll see you around the rest of the week. Be sure to check out us on Pop Poncho on Facebook and Twitter for more live shows, which might be coming down the pike real soon. But for now, that's it. Good night from Josh Brawley. This is Richard Mulligan saying thanks for listening and good night.